Hello everybody and welcome to my guide to Tearlaments. Their secret pack was just added to the game and I've been playing around with them for a few days now. I never covered them last year when they were dominating, so this seemed like a perfect time to get it done. In today's video I'll tell you a little about the archetype, the general game plan and playstyle, focus in on some key cards, show you a combo with the deck, and at the end there is a clip going through the deck list. But before we get into all of that, consider leaving a like on the video if I helped you out today and subscribe for more content in the future. Tearlaments is a deck all about sending cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard and through that activating a bunch of powerful effects. They mainly use fusions but can be mixed in with a number of side engines like Branded, Adventure Synchron, which is the variant I'm using, Snake Eyes and so on. Really any engine that can gain from being sent to the graveyard. And this is a combo deck through and through, but because of the random nature of milling cards, it's hard to define a single combo as our end board is often down to luck. This doesn't mean that the deck can't set up some crazy board, but rather that our span of boards is wider than most decks. The archetype runs 3 main deck monsters, Sharon, Havnis and Rhinoheart. Rhinoheart is our main starter and is of course another Vsauce variant. If he's normaled or special, we can send a Tearlaments monster from the deck to the graveyard, and if himself is sent, he can special summon himself at the cost of sending a Tearlament card to the graveyard from the hand. Sharon and Havnis work very similarly to each other. They both have an effect to special summon themselves and mill some cards, and if they're sent to the graveyard by a card effect, they allow us to perform a fusion summon. There is a bunch of Tearlament spell and traps, mostly in here for their graveyard effects. Generally, they allow you to recycle or search something when sent, and they have alright effects when used normally. In an effort to save us both some time, I won't go through every single one. Kashtira's make a minor appearance in this deck with Fenrir and Tearlament. Kashtira Tearlament is an important combo piece, and can both special summon itself on a quick effect and mill a bunch of cards. And Fenrir is just Fenrir. And with Water Enchantress being back to semi-limited, this is a perfect time to pick that engine back up again. If we mill Water Enchantress, we can go through the entire adventure combo and have an instant insulation from Nibiru. And since this engine has been around for such a long time, I assume everybody should know them by now. And both Tearlament and Adventure pair very well with the new Revolution Synchron. This card unlocks our entire Synchro pool, and it can be used as material from the hand for a level 7 or 8 Dragon Synchro, which gives easy access to Black Rose, Ancient Fairy and Shooting Riser. It has a similar effect to Jet Synchron. You can mill one to summon it from the graveyard, but its level becomes 1. And the levels in the Adventure Engine and Revolution Synchron just happen to line up in a way that we can convert Griffin and the token into a Baron and Naturia Beast. Keldo and Medora also give Naturia Beast access, and any 7 makes Baron. The Strude is also in here and serves a similar role. We can pay half of our life points to summon it from the graveyard or hand, and it then modulates its level for a level 7 Synchro. Both of them are solid to open and solid to mill. In my list I'm running 2 Revolution and 1 Destrudo, but I've seen 3 Revolution, no Destrudo, 3 Destrudo, no Revolution, and so on. Play around with it and see what fits your playstyle. In the extra, we have a bunch of generic Synchros and Links, along with the archetype's fusion monster, Kitkalos, Rukalos, and Kaleidoheart. Kitkalos is a combo piece and allows us to send any Tearlament we want to the graveyard or add it to hand, and it can special summon a Tear from the graveyard or hand by sending a Tear from the field. And if Kitkalos itself is sent, and it can't send itself, we mill 5. Rukalos is part of our end board. It protects our Aquas from battle and has a once per turn special summon negate. It also resurrects itself when it's sent to the graveyard. Kaleidoheart is a great card going second. It lets us shuffle back a card on the field. It also resurrects itself just like Rukalos. And that's a quick rundown of Tearlaments. Check the end of the video for the entire deck list. Now let's take a look at a combo. So here's the combo for Tearlaments, and for this combo we're going to need a Rite of Ermesir or a way to get to it, and Rhinoheart or a way to get to it, and a Tearlament card to discard. Adventure combo locks us from using normal summon monster effects, so keep that in mind. We're gonna begin with Rite, summoning the token and then placing Faithful. Use Faithful to add Griffin and discard the Rhinoheart. This will allow us to activate the Rhinoheart in the grave to special summon it, and then send the Tearlament card to the graveyard. Chain Griffin, so we have an Omni Negate ready for any Nibiru's. And then use Rhinoheart's effect to send Havnis. Use Havnis Engraved to summon Kit Kalos. And then use Kit Kalos to send Tearlaments Kashtira and use its effect to send 2 more. Activate anything we mill, and then we use Kit to send itself to the graveyard and special summon the Tearlaments Kashtira. Use Kit and Kashtira's effect to mill 8. And we're aiming for a Shirin here, but use any effects you mill. Here we found one and a Scream, so we're gonna add Salyek for a monster negate from the Scream and summon Rukalos with Sharon. This can be our end board, but if we mill the Strudo, we can use it, or normal summon Revolution Synchron if we opened it. So we use the Tuner and Kashtira for Baronne. And then we set our trap, equip the token with Draco back, and we're done. This is a pretty standard end board for this deck, but since it's so random, it's hard to say exactly what you'll land on. But let's break it down. Griffin and Baronne are Omni negates, Rukalos can negate a special summoning effect, Salyek can negate a monster, and Dracoback can bounce once it's our turn again. And that's pretty much Tearlaments. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!